Well, Oscar, in a few hours we'll be leaving New York and heading west. Tell me something, son. Did you enjoy yourself while you were in New York?
No, I didn't.
You didn't? Oscar, how can you say that? I took you to all my favorite places.
Well, I get tired of looking at savings banks.
Now, wait a minute, Oscar. I didn't take you there to try and impress you about money. Because, actually, money isn't important. The main thing is, son, is to enjoy life. Look at me. I've learned how to live.
You've had enough practice. Pardon me a moment, Al. This music has been running through my head all day.
Oscar, wait a minute. How long is that music going to run through your head?
It hasn't run far enough. You know me. I've got a big head.
You certainly have, Oscar. And would you please move it out of the way so I can see Lou bring in the orchestra? Because I'm going to sing a song now by Irving Berlin that he wrote many years ago with a long pencil and a broken heart. All that worries me is someone else may be there while I'm gone. In my dreams I see a couple fooling on the lawn. That very thought just keeps me worried. I lay awake till the break of the dawn. I must hurry back, 'cause someone else may be there while I'm gone. I feel a couple fooling on the lawn. That very thought just keeps me worried. I lay awake till the break of the dawn. I must hurry back, 'cause someone else may be there while I'm gone.
Hello, Mr. Jolson. I'm Henry Morgan.
Sorry, but I don't know you.
Well, why be sorry? I don't know you, and I'm not sorry.
Well, come to think of it, I do remember you. Yeah, you're a tall, dark-haired young fella who's always losing his sponsors.
Oh, I never worry about those things.
No?
I have a philosophy. Eat, drink, and be merry. For tomorrow, you may be interviewed by Dr. Kinsey.
Henry, may I ask what you're doing over here at the Kraft Music Hall?
Well, Mr. Jolson, I tell you, I like this program very much.
That's fine. Do you really?
Yes, I do. That Velveeta cheese is delicious.
Look, son, I don't think that I hurt the show with the singing I do, you know.
No, I like your singing a good deal, Mr. Jolson.
Right.
And you do sing a good deal.
Who needs you? Listen, do you think I sing too much on the program?
No, no. I only listen for about 10 minutes.
But look, besides my singing, you know, there's Oscar Levant.
Yes, him I don't listen to at all. Of course, you have your Oscar, and I have my Gerard.
Yeah. I think there's a little difference, you don't mind me saying so. The Oscar Levant is a fine musician, a great wit, and a brilliant conversationalist. Oscar, come over here and meet Henry Morgan.
What's the meat?
Well, maybe he's a brilliant conversationalist when he's not ad-libbing.
Uh-huh. Oscar, listen, I told Henry you were a great musician, that you know all the symphonies and concerts, and that you know the lives of the composers that you play at Carnegie Hall, and you've been a soloist with the New York Philharmonic.
What did you... You say?
Pardon?
I said, what did you say? May I quote you? Mr. Levant, as one musician to another, I'd like to ask you something.
You a musician? What do you know about music?
Well, personally, nothing. But I have a Russian friend who knows everything about music. Absolutely everything. Well, not everything. In fact, nothing. About music, he's a dope.
Ken, will you introduce Henry's musical Russian friend?
Why, certainly, Al. This is Professor Henry Alexei Andreev Morganovich Jones.
Jones. That's an unusual name.
I thought so, too. But after I came to this country, I find there are millions of Joneses.
Can you give us one of your famous musical commentaries?
Gladly.
If you hear a rip, you'll know that I just had to tear myself away.
Good afternoon, music lovers in the orchestra. And to you in the balcony, good afternoon, lovers. And
Goodbye, Oscar.
Today we are to hear the famous Unfinished Symphony by Tchaikovsky. He did not finish the symphony because he did not care for it. Today you will hear it in its unfinished entirety. You will not care for it also. It's interesting to note that Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky was born in Bielobodrovnik. This is very near another town which is not there anymore. This was the town of Bazno-Bodrovnik. Bazno-Bodrovnik is really there. But they changed the name. Because Bazno-Bodrovnik means town that was not there. But it is there. So they changed the name to Petrushk, which means town that used to be called Bazno-Bodrovnik.
Look, Alexis, what happened to the orchestra that was tuning up?
By this time, they've all gone home.
Henry, I want to thank you for the lecture. Now, next time I hear the music of Tchaikovsky, I'll understand him a little less.
Mr. Jolson, I seem to have left you with some doubt as to my musical knowledge, but I've come prepared. Ken Carpenter, will you bring over my alter ego, Professor Heinrich von Morgan?
Gladly. Mr. Jolson, may I present the eminent Viennese authority on music, Dr. Heinrich von Morgan.
Oh, good evening, Dr. von Morgan.
Also,
Doctor, I'd like to assume that you listen to my singing.
go right ahead.
But, Doctor, have you ever heard one of my records?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, what do you think of my singing? But, Doctor, just a moment. Many experts have spoken of my voice in the highest tones.
Not me.
Why not?
I got a low voice.
Well, Doctor, many experts believe that the modern jazz is a counterpart of the contrapuntal dissonances adapted to the contemporary cacophony. What would you say to that?
No.
Why not?
Too hard for me.
Too hard for me, too.
Yes, I know it.
Say, Doctor, may I ask you one more question about music?
No.
Well, thank you, Dr. Heinrich von Morgan.
Also?
And thank you, Henry Morgan.
Also.
Henry Morgan appears to present the effects of toothpaste and Rave Green Shampoo. Next week, the Kraft Music Hall will come to you from Chicago with Miss Dorothy Kirsten as our special guest. This is Ken Carpenter saying good night.
Ask any expert homemaker, and she'll tell you it's the dressing that makes the salad. And that's why these two delicious French dressings made by Kraft are so popular. Kraft French dressing and Miracle French dressing. Take the first one, Kraft French dressing. It has a smooth, come-on flavor that everybody goes for. Mild, but just spicy enough. Taste it soon and see. And then there's Miracle French...